Hi everyone, Studio here. In this video, I'm going to bring you a short guide on how you can level alts in Diablo 3. And you can level any class in the game in less than 5 minutes by using these tips and tricks. So the initial setup is going to take just a few minutes, and then after that, it's going to be even quicker for every character you make. So if you're like me and you like playing hardcore, or you just like having a bunch of alts when you're playing the game, this is definitely the guide for you. So the first thing we're going to do is, of course, look at some of the items for the build. Now the first thing you, of course, want to have is an in-gem level 70, and then also a gem of each gem. I have this at 123, but you can easily just have this at level 25 and it'll still work just as good. So we're gonna have the gem of ease in our 70 weapon, and now we can equip that even as a level 1 character. And you can see we go from 3 damage all the way up to 30,000. Now this alone will be able to carry you up to rate to 70, but if you want to go even quicker, you could also easily just craft a Hellfire ring and a Hellfire amulet real quick, and then also have an LOD gem for that. So we're gonna pop that in the Hellfire amulet, put that on, as well as the Hellfire ring. Now next thing we're gonna need is 2 bovine sticks. So this bovine here, now these will either drop a lot if you're playing a barbarian, monk, or crusader, so you're gonna need 2 of these. Now bonus tip in case you don't have any of these bovines is to make a level 1 crusader, and then crafting and upgrading polearms on your level 1 crusader. This has a 1 in 3 chance of getting you the bovine here. You can see I got on my first try, and you will get them really easy like this. You can farm this even later on. Even as a 70 characters, this is a really good way to get these if you want pools. As you can see, I just upgraded 10 real quick, and 4 of them actually became a bovine. Now we're of course also gonna play on Torment 6 for maximum amount of XP. Now since we are leveling alt, I'm assuming that most of you probably have some paragon. I'm not gonna use all my paragon, but I am gonna use a little bit. So I'm gonna put everything into these points here real quick, and then also a bit into vitality and dex. I'm going to simulate that I'm about to paragon 1000, which I hope most of you will be, and therefore I'm going to have a bit of vitality and a bit of dexterity as well. But I'm not going to use all my points. Now we're about ready to go, but there's one thing I want to do before we do that, and that is of course the cube. Now most classes have a few different legendaries, so it'll be really good for leveling. For instance, on Demon Hunter you can use Yang's Recurve. On this monk real quick, I'm just going to use Kudos Boots just to have the Mystic Ally damage. I'm not going to touch the others, I'm just going to have the Kudos Boots only, which basically means I want to use Mystic Ally as soon as I get the spell available. So we're going to go over to the cube, we're gonna pop in a bovine, and we're gonna go into this. So the first thing you just want to do is just find a few enemies and hit them, and we're gonna instantly get really high level. And there you go, we are now level 34. Now I'm gonna run back to the town portal and go back. Now I actually want to get some real spells on my hotbar. So for instance, I know I want to use, of course, have Dashing Strike. And since we of course use Kudos Boots, we're gonna have Mystic Ally as our spell here, and I'm gonna use the Water Ally rune here. And then maybe also a few passes, but it doesn't really matter too much. I basically just do this once I hit level 30 or 40 by just killing 3 enemies, and then I want to go back in, and then I'm just gonna start killing everything inside. I'm not gonna really look at spells again. And now we're just gonna go crazy. We're gonna dash around, and now Mystic Ally is gonna take care of everything for us. And as you can see, we're just dashing around. We want to get this event here, and we're just gonna do that as well, because why not? It's really good XP as well. I actually want to do this as soon as you find it, and then we're just gonna stand here and just do this event real quick. And there you go. I'm not even gonna touch in the chest. I don't really care about them. I'm just gonna dash through the map even further, and just keep going here and killing all these wonderful little cows that can't really hurt me at all. And it's very simple at this point. Just keep going through the map. Just really go through all the entire map, through the corners, and kill everything that you find. And I really want to clarify, you can do this on every class out there. It doesn't have to be a monk at all. Any class will be able to do this. You just need to get those few items ready, and then just a few really good spells. Every class can do this in less than 5 minutes really easily. And I've basically cleared the entire map now, so I'm just gonna go back to the town. As you can see, we are just a few levels short, and that's where this second bovine is gonna come in place. Now you could also just go in and do a normal whiff instead of doing another bovine, but I'm lazy, so I just like using another bovine just for the fun of it. I'm just gonna go in and get the last 3 levels that I need real quick. Now after this, they might hurt a little bit, because now the mobs are actually scaled to your level. Before they were scaled to level 1. Even when you are level 40, as long as you're in the same instance, they will be scaled to the level you started at. The mobs can hurt now that you start again, so you might be a bit careful, but it still shouldn't be too difficult. Especially if you have the LOD gem and the rest of the things that I mentioned before. And there we have it. We just need to kill a few more mobs, and we should be 70. And there we have it. That took less than a couple of minutes for me, and that's even while commentating. You can do this a lot quicker. So this is by far the quickest way of leveling from 1 to 70 solo for an alt. If you found this guide useful, make sure to check out the playlist here for even more amazing Diablo 3 guides. And I'll see you in one of those videos. Peace out.